In this video, we're going to review the process of how to subscribe to standards manuals inside your PowerDMS. Again, just focusing on the topic, very short video on how to subscribe to standards manuals. And if you ever need assistance with navigating to the correct location, you can reach out to PowerDMS support at powerdms.com. Through their phone number. And also always remember that your CALIA Regional Program Manager is also a resource for you. I'm going to navigate away from this PowerPoint and to my PowerDMS site. In order to subscribe to a standards manual, subscribing to the standards manual is how the manuals get into the PowerDMS site, into your PowerDMS site here. So especially if you're a new CALIA client, you may see the standards manual icon, but there may not be anything beneath it. If you're a new accreditation manager for an agency that's already involved in the CALIA process, chances are the previous accreditation manager already has subscribed to the standards manual or manuals. In that case, you might not need to resubscribe if you're seeing everything that you need to see. What I would recommend is minimally, I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. Minimally, you want to subscribe to the CALIA Guide to Successful Accreditation Management, as well as whichever process or processes you are participating in. Campus, communications, law enforcement training academy, and then the corresponding Spanish versions of those manuals, if there are any. If you already see these manuals, all you need to have is edit permissions in order to create an assessment. But if you don't see these manuals, then you may need to subscribe. For instance, if you do not see the CALIA Guide to Successful Accreditation Management, or if you're in the law enforcement process and you have an interest in seeing communications or training academy or campus security, these would be the steps to go through to get these manuals into your PowerDMS site. Only one person needs to subscribe. Once subscribed, then that person, that administrator or master administrator, would provide access to other people within your organization to that manual. CALIA is the approver of the standards manual subscriptions, and they are only going to approve a request to the named accreditation manager or the named CEO. If a person other than the named accreditation manager makes a request for membership, it's not going to be approved. So it has to be one of those two people who do it. Once the manual's in the site, then just permissions need to be granted to that manual to the appropriate people. To get to the correct location to request membership and subscribe, you're going to go to the administration menu by hovering over welcome and your name in the upper right hand corner. Opening up the administration menu, come down to where you see standards manual communities. And then most of the time, these are going to be in alphabetical order. So you're going to come until you see or find CALIA. Might be a page over or so. I'm going to go to the second page. Until you find CALIA, and then you're going to come over to the right and you're going to click Request Membership. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to log out and show you from a different perspective, a different user, but you're going to click Request Membership. Once you do that, CALIA is going to go to the top and it's going to read that it's pending that approval. So let me log out and log back in. And I'm going to go to that administration menu again, just so I'm not re-requesting membership when I don't need to. So in this case, my membership's been approved. I'm at the top, CALIA, and it shows the status of as a member. And I can either click CALIA or I can click this little arrow over here to see the list of the manuals that I can actually subscribe to. Again, this is how you get the manuals into your site. So I've clicked that. It takes, I can see it's loading. It just takes a moment for it to load from this location. Give it an opportunity to do that. If you participate in more than one accreditation process, this is where you would come to find the other processes that you participate in. It's hard to be patient sometimes, but we'll give it just a moment. Okay, once that opens up over, these are all of the manuals, the CALIA manuals. The status currently for me is subscribed, but if there was a manual that I was not subscribed to, I would see a button here that would read subscribe. And for any manual that I might want into my site that I'm not subscribed to, I would just click subscribe, and it would take, usually I would give the guidance of 15 minutes to an hour for the manual then to show up in your in your Power DMS under the standards manual here. If you ever want some additional help on how to do that, again, you can go to help, success community. That's going to open into a separate tab. I can type in my search, subscribe, if I spell it correctly. And then finding some resources. I apologize. I typed in subscribe to standards manual. I was specifically looking for articles. I can see here is a part of this video series. Here's the article on subscribing to a standards manual, and it gives you some guidance also there. But just getting the manuals into your PowerDMS site is going to be one of the very first steps. Once you access your PowerDMS site, going to the administration menu, requesting membership. So it's a two-step process. You have to request that membership. Once the membership's approved, I go back to the administration menu, back to standards manual communities, and then I subscribe to the manual or manuals, minimally 2 versions, the CALIA Guide to Successful Accreditation Management, and whichever processes you're working on, and then give it some time to come in to your Power DMS site. And from there, we can start to work on the standards manual and build the assessment. In a different video, we will go over how to search, how to do side-by-side comparison, how to create your assessment from the standards manual.